Oh, my loved ones, how are you guys doing? This is Love Marlene 411, your channel for all of the love things. Today I wanted to come on pretty quickly, just like about 10-15 minutes, and talk about this. Trust your instinct. Trust your gut feeling about things in your life. I grew up not trusting my gut instinct. I grew up listening to other people or following the words of people, following what other people say that they're going to do. But when you get a feeling and something doesn't feel right about a person, hi, Miss Betty, how are you? Welcome. When something doesn't feel right about a person, and something feels off, like somebody's energy seems off, somebody, you feel like somebody is, trying to play games with your head or your heart. Hi, T, how are you? Welcome. If you feel that somebody is trying to play games with you, believe that. Believe and trust in how you're feeling. Trust and believe in your energy. A lot of times as women, I can't speak for men because I'm not a man, but I know for myself as a woman, there was so many times where I knew something just wasn't right about a person, but you want to listen to what your family says, your relatives say. You want to listen to what society says and tells you, oh, this is good. You can trust them, or you're going by what a person is saying, or if a person is trying to buy your affections, but just something doesn't feel right about them as a person. Trust and believe in that, loved ones, because so often we'll just ignore how we're feeling. We'll ignore what we think. Like, we'll be like, there's something, but not all the time things are clear and cut that we know that this happened or this happened. Sometimes nothing hasn't happened, but we have a feeling, or we've heard something, or we've seen something that we don't like how they talk to a person, or we don't like how that person treated another person. So when somebody shows you who they are by their energy, by their actions, by so many things, pay attention to it. Don't ignore it. Because it's kind of a way to prevent us from having heartbreak, heartache, financial loss, and just not be around people that we need to be around. Sometimes the people that are smiling in our face, they hate you, or they're in your life to deceive you or take from you or control you and manipulate you. There's a lot of people out there that have some mental illness, some narcissism, some control, some manipulation, some jealousy. Hi, Kygus. How are you? Hit the like, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. And that's one of the things that I have to pay attention. And I want to say that to all my loved ones too. Make sure you pay attention to the energy, that how people show up. Do they show up with positive energy, or do they show up with negative energy? Are they controlling? Do they give to you? Or are they just a person that is a taker? And a lot of times as women and as men, we like to always focus on they're a good person, or they are very attractive. A person can be attractive, but really inside they're evil, controlling, manipulative. A person could be good looking, but have a lot of mental issues. Or a person can look good and they can be lazy, or a person can be good for somebody else, but that doesn't mean that they're good for you. I felt like that was a message for me. I wish that I knew back then what I know now. Just because a person looks good, it doesn't mean that person is good for you, or that person is the person that you need to have in your life. because a lot of times we feel like people are good for us because we're grasping at straws, or we're trying to make it seem like that person is good for us because maybe sometimes we're trying to escape a bad situation, like trying to leave your parents' household, or you're trying to go get escape from a bad romantic relationship, and you think by jumping into another one because you're just ready to be over that person. But what we need during those times is giving ourselves the permission to heal, the permission to chill and find out who we are and work on ourselves and take a deep breath so we don't keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. Please learn from me. Learn from me, because I did this for a long time, just settling for friendships, settling for somebody to be in a romantic relationship with, settling for business, Hi, Noah. Ultimately settling because we feel like we can't do better. And I always want to inspire all my loved ones that you don't have to take what other people want to give you. Just because people are offering their heart, just because people are offering to be there and supportive, just because a person says that they're your friend, or just because somebody tells you that they love you, it doesn't mean they do. We have to be aware. We have to pay attention to their energy. Not everybody that we may like or be attracted to or may appear to look good, but when you start pulling back, like I call it, peeling the onion, finding out who is a person really inside. Okay? You're from Brazil? Awesome. When you find out who a person really is, when you really start to get to know people, when you really pay attention to, how does this person make me feel? Are they controlling? Are they manipulative? Do they talk out two sides of their mouth? Do they say one thing today and then another time say something else? Can I depend on them? Do they just say things, but they really aren't a doer? Not everybody who is in our life is good for us. And I mean relatives as well. Because trust me, our relatives can be our biggest obstacle, can be the biggest haters, can be the people who try to break your spirit, take all your money, control you. And we have to rise above that. Pay attention to how other people treat you. Pay attention to how people make you feel. Because if people don't make you feel good about yourself, they don't deserve to have a place in your life. They need to go. But I most definitely wanted to come on and to say this message. Just because a person likes you, just because a person is your relative, just because you've been in a relationship with somebody, it doesn't mean you need to continue in those relationships. You have to make choices. Is this a good person for me? Can I trust them? Can I depend on them? Do they respect me? Are they supportive? What have they done for me? Most of the time, we always think about in a romantic relationship, they're good looking, they're good to look at, or they're good to be in the bed with. But what about underneath that? Do they have levels? Is this somebody that you can build and grow with? Is this really a good friend? How are they supporting me? Or is it only me supporting them? That's just something that I had on my head, and I had it on my heart. And a lot of people do not have the courage to say, not everybody I have in my life is good for me. Because not all relatives, not all friends, not all romantic partners, not all people who are in your life deserve to stay there. Just because they're around, it doesn't mean you should keep them. It doesn't mean you should waste your time. It doesn't mean you should sit there and start expecting for them to grow up. Okay? Learn from me. Please learn from me. Don't waste your time, your energy, and your money. Okay? Don't. Don't waste your time and energy on money on people who are very selfish, manipulative, immature, controlling. Because if they don't want to support you, or if their energy is negative, or they are controlling, it's time for you to exit. Okay? It's time for you to exit. Okay? Yes. Hello from Brazil. Hi from Brazil. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting. But I just want to do a short little live stream and message because this is something I was thinking about. Don't pay attention to what a person says because talk is cheap. It's easy to talk about things, but how do they show up for you? Because if somebody isn't showing up for you, supporting you and encouraging you, they got to go. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Make sure you hit the like and you subscribe if you're new here. I'd love to have you subscribe to this channel, turn on your notifications, and don't accept things that you deserve better. A lot of times we feel like we don't deserve people to treat us better, or like people will say, you think you're better than me, but all that is projections. Don't allow others' projections to stop you from your goals, from your happiness, from your joy, from your light. It's time to grow up and to mature and to make better decisions for ourselves. You can do it. You know, one of the best things that you can do is block people, stop telling them your business, walking in silence, and doing your own thing. Pay attention to people's energy and how they treat you, and not just what they say they're going to do, because people always talk about what they're going to do, but they never pull the trigger. Just something to think about. Okay, guys, I will see you on the next one. This is Love Marlene 411. For all of the love things, hit the like, subscribe to this channel, and those who are watching on the replay, make sure you leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'll see you guys back on tomorrow.